my student. I am going to demonstrate your practical. Name is thermocouple by Seebeck effect. Here you have to use a simulation lab for your performance. The simulation lab can be operated, and this can be only possible if you install Puffin software in your mobile. This can be available as a Puffin app, Puffin. This can be available from the Google Play Store. After you install that, then directly you go to the home, and there you will be first you use value at the rate of Amrita, that is vlab.amrita.edu. Then you go to the home. There you will be finding physical laboratory, where you have number of practicals. You choose Seebeck effect. Now how to perform it in a simulation platform? Here first the user has to select the type of thermocouple. For the choose thermocouple type combo box. Adjust the temperature slider to a specific temperature. The EMF generated can be viewed through voltmeter. The temperature versus EMF graph can be analyzed. Variable table or variable region is choose thermocouple type. The user can select different kinds of thermocouple with this combo box. Hot temperature slider. This slider is used to change the temperature of the hot junction. Reference temperature slider. The slider is used to change the reference temperature. My point is, whenever we use physical laboratory, we have the circuit, we have the knobs, we have the apparatus, so we can observe and use. But here in virtual platform, whatever you will see, you have to use a panel where some variables will be there, some simulation parameters will be there, mainly the sliders, where it can be shifted so that a value can be obtained. Then I am giving some little idea of the practical Seebeck effect. Then you will learn what is Seebeck effect is. First you note the aim of the practical to verify the relation between thermo EMF of a thermocouple and temperature difference between two hot junctions. What is about thermocouples? The theory behind work. The conversion of temperature difference to electric current and vice versa is termed as thermoelectric effect. In 1981, Thomas Johann Seebeck found that a circuit with two dissimilar metals with different temperature junction would deflect a compass magnet. He realized that there was an indirect electric current which by Ampere's law deflect the magnet. Also electric potential or voltage due to the temperature difference can drive the electric current in the closed circuit. To measure this voltage, one must use a second conductor material which generates a different voltage under the same temperature gradient. Otherwise, if the same material is used for measurement, the voltage generated by the measuring conductor would simply cancel that of the first conductor. The voltage difference generated by the two materials can then be measured and related to the corresponding temperature gradient. It is thus clear that based on Seebeck's principle, thermocouple can only measure temperature difference and need a known reference temperature to yield the absolute readings. The principle behind the states are V is equal to sigma within first bracket T H minus Tc, where H stands for hot junction temperature, C stands for cold junction temperature. B is the voltage difference between two dissimilar metals. A Seebeck coefficient Th minus Tc is temperature difference between the hot and the cold junctions. There are three major effects involved in a thermocouple circuit: the Seebeck effects, the Peltier effect, and the Thomson effect. It is also known as Joule-Thomson effect. The Seebeck effect describes the voltage or electromotive force EMF induced by the temperature difference gradient along the wire. The change in material EMF with respect to a change in temperature is called the Seebeck coefficient or thermoelectric sensitivity. This coefficient is usually a nonlinear function of temperature. That means it can be not be a straight line. Peltier effect is also known as a reverse Seebeck effect. That means here you have to give a voltage drop between the junction and temperature difference can be generated between the junctions. And then lastly, finally the Thomson effect relates the reversible thermal gradient and EMF in a homogeneous conductor. Thermocouples generate an open circuit voltage called the Seebeck voltage that is proportional to the temperature difference between the hot and reference junctions. Here is the equation broadly seen is equal to C alpha to the bracket within brackets T minus T naught plus beta into T minus T naught square. Since thermocouple voltage is a function of the temperature difference between junctions, it is necessary to know both voltage and reference junction temperature in order to determine the temperature at the hot junction. Consequently, a thermocouple measurement system must either measure the reference junction temperature or control it to maintain it at a fixed known temperature. So from the theory you learned, making of thermocouple is by two dissimilar material like chromium aluminum is a thermocouple where chromium and aluminum are used, then nickel constantan where nickel and constantan are used, and there are other thermocouples also. But in industry, these thermocouples are known by E-type, P-type, then other types are also there that you will see in the simulations lab. But for each type, the name of the thermocouple is known, and for junctions to create one of the junction voltage to create one of the junction will be held at hot conditions and another will be cold condition. Now you will be going to the now you see I have installed the simulator by clicking on the simulator, but I had used the Puffin app which is installed in my mobile phone. If you use laptop or desktop, you will have to add a flyer there, otherwise it will not work. But for mobile, you have to use your Puffin app, and for recording you have to use a screen recorder software. Now look over here, it is a panel, it is clear it in variables, then choose the thermocouples different type R and pressing it, you see there are different type of thermocouples showing on the combo box, type R, type K, type E, type J, type T. I have already told industry they are known by this. So now if choose any types of type, K is chosen, and there are hot temperature degree and reference temperature degree. Now you should know that this slider will allow the temperature to be changed, but the reference temperature will be always same and the hot junction temperature will be always changed. Now look over the diagram. Here you notice there is a two oven, and first oven we are keeping one vessel containing blue water, another is a white water containing some ice, and on the table on side we are having a voltmeter. Down there are junctions by two different color where two junctions are connected by hot and cold surroundings, but presently they are at 0 degree temperature and 0 voltage. Voltage always measure in microvolt or millivolt, and temperature in degree centigrade or Kelvin. That where we should measure, that is centigrade and millivolt. Now you notice the name of the thermocouple is chromel alumel and it is known K type. So whenever you choose R type, it will be showing platinum rhodium. If you click over here again to E, it will be showing chromel constant, and if you go to J, it will show me iron constant, and if you go to T, it will give you copper constant. So whatever value you choose, accordingly the name of the thermocouple will appear on the screen. So you remember, you can apply your mind, you can perform at least 2 practical or 3 practicals using different thermocouples from the combo box. But for that some restriction is there. You can choose the reference temperature fixed value, and the upper temperature will be shifting from one to another. Now I am taken type T, it is copper constant, and now look over here, it is I am clicking showing hot bath, I am again clicking showing cold bath, I am clicking this showing what, showing voltmeter, right? So I am having a voltmeter, a hot bath and a cold bath. The temperature of the cold bath is always maintained at same. Now I am just pressing the hot temperature over here, it will be just shifted to say 154, where the reference temperature is 0. And look over the characteristics graph, you will see the voltmeter will work when you press here at the measurement. After measurement press, what you will see? Immediately it will be working. You have to press what measurement, then you will be showing the change. Here is a graph. This graph indicating that whenever the voltage will be changing with respect to change of temperature of the hot junction, definitely the value of it will change. See that already chart is changing, the temperature changing, corresponding hot junction voltage changing, it will be rising, changing, it is same 0, and now it will be stable at 154, and it is showing 6.905 millivolt. Now accordingly the graph appears, right? So now you again go there and select another one, keeping cold junction fixed. Now you click over here, it will come to another position. See, it is now showing on 249. Now again whole cold junction is same and hot junction is 249. Now if I use the measurement part, double click will always do, you will see there is no graph because it has not started. Now you will see the change, it is already started changing. Here the graph is increasing, here the graph is moving, and the cold junction temperature is same. Now it is coming to 49, and here the graph along y-axis EMF, along x-axis temperature, but you should write degree centigrade and EMF in millivolt. So now you learn, at least taken 2, automatically the graph is generated, but you will have to measurement in a particular copy where I have generated in manual. You should see how to make the table, and here you will write the tables and depict your data and make your graph in a plain graph paper. Do not rely on this automatic graph, it is just to show how the hot junction temperatures versus voltage is generated. Now I will be trying. See, the value is now about 317, but there is showing nothing because it is changing, and as long as it is moving, higher temperature voltage is changing, lower temperature is fixed, and you just see it will be fixed at a time. It is changing, but it will be stopped. It is 273 to 90, then Yes, where I am selected that 317. So it is showing 317 on the hot junction open, and here voltage is 15.856 and it is rounded to 15.86. So you got your result. That means whenever you are choosing a particular hot junction temperature, the cold junction reference temperature is fixed and the voltage is shown. And mind it, I am working on type T. So I have taken 3 values. You should take at least 10 values and you will get this graph. But your range should be maintained. Here the slider showing maximum value you can read up to 400, and on the lower scale minus 270 to 270. So you should keep your value between them of the reference scale towards the negative side, so that differential potential can be more. But if you place the reference temperature to the higher side, then there will be a problem. The number of reading can be less. So now let us try for another thermocouple. So I am using R. Okay, now I am going back to the previous condition. So what can we do? Then do the variables. Then slider is already higher value. It has to be now showing 299. And what you will observe here, it is showing nothing because I am not doing the measurement. Double clicking, it is started value. Not immediately, but will take some time. So it is your hot junction temperature 299. It is the reference temperature. It is at 0 degree. Set it at 0 degree. Now you see the values are changing. It is 299. It is 0. It is showing 26, 131, 146. Changing. Ultimately, it is stable to 274 and 299. So what value I have selected earlier, it is showing the higher temperature and lower temperature is I am changing the thermocouple, and its name is thermocouple platinum rhodium. So that two dissimilar metals are platinum and rhodium are connected by their end. The junction, you see the red and the black. This one red, one black is inside, one red on the other side, and they are finally connected the two terminal of the voltmeter. Now you choose another temperature on the slider. Use of slider, see it is coming 639. Naturally the value cannot be immediately changed if you do not use the measurement. Now you notice what happens. Just pay your attention. It will walk. Where it started. Say double clicking, it will walk. The temperature is very fastly changing. Unless it finds the temperature which I selected, it will walk. And now it is 639 hot junction, 0 is the cold junction primarily selected. Reference EMF was initially 0. The hot EMF is 6.39. So this way, number of temperature difference you generate, so number of potential you will be getting. So we are getting actually the differential potential across the hot and cold, and we have kept the one of the junction is a fixed, another junction is variable. So if the graph is noted here, y and x axis given the value for E and T. So you have to plot the graph by plotting two number of lines, so that two lines will be drawn perpendicular to the x axis. Then you have to draw another two lines from the y axis. They will cut and form a delta shape. Then delta shape is del E by del T, where del E is E2 minus E1 and del T is T2 minus T1. This way you learn how to perform the Seebeck effect, and this you also learn what is the thermocouple known in industry and how the thermocouple are generated in common name of thermocouple. I think you have studied this clearly. You will be provided the manual, they provided some MCQ question. After you perform your practicals, you should make a common PDF, single PDF. So what you will do, write down the aim of the work, write down the theory behind the work, then you should write down the procedure, that is the procedure of the simulation lab. Then you make your values that you are observing in a data table, that will be also shown. I will be given you this. Then you will be finding the calculation, and use a particular graph, not this graph. There you will draw your graph, and then you will have to submit your report in a single PDF. There will be a Google Classroom will be generated for each of you. You will see that Google Classroom, and you have to turn in your data there, and there will be a time given by the teacher, and in this duration of the time you have to insert your data. That is all for today. Thank you for a patient hearing. All of you should do your practical correctly. I hope so.